Ready?
Sir.
We'll call this meeting to order. If you rise and remove your hats, we'll say the pledge. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. All right.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes from the last council meeting.
I'll second that.
We've got a motion and a second to approve the minutes from May 26th meeting. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed the same. So moved. Ms. Atkins.
All right, I have a few things on the agenda tonight. So in the Dropbox, you have the end of month report in there. And then I just need the claims approved for this round.
I'll make a motion to approve accounts payable.
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second to approve the claims. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed the same. So moved.
All right, and then I have request number 13 for pay application number 5 to Thiemann Construction Operating in the amount of $664,705.02.
I'll make a motion for pay app number 5 to Thiemann Construction for $664,705.02.
I'll second that.
We've got a motion and a second for pay application number 5. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed the same. So moved.
All right, so along with that is the escrow account amount. So it's request number 14 in the amount of $26,557.88. Is that approved?
I'll make the motion for request number 14 to Thiemann Construction escrow account in the amount of $26,557.88.
We've got a motion and a second for pay application number 14
Who's the second? Okay.
for the escrow account. All in favor say aye.
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 Aye. Opposed the same. So moved.
And then next is the longevity fix. If you remember a couple months back when we were talking about with Chief Kyle, we needed to do something similar with Mr. Frayne as Director of Operations. You got that number earlier this week. I just want to make sure that we're all good with that before I would do that next week with the payroll.
Can you remind me what that number was?
It's 15252. I had it written down on my stick on my desk. I can go grab it. I have an email. I emailed it out to you guys.
This is the differential
Right.
between
Yes.
police and
Correct.
town.
Yes.
So for those that don't understand, there's a longevity pay. Mr. Frayne took a new position. It didn't get calculated right. We're making that correction now, so.
It's $15,200, I think, $25. I can get you the exact number here in a little bit. I'll give you emails. And then I have two different resolutions.
I would like you guys to vote.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I'll make
Yeah.
a motion to approve that fix for the longevity of Director Frame.
I'll second it.
We've got a motion and a second to fix the longevity pay. All in favor say aye.
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 Aye. Opposed the same. So moved.
Also, if you remember last year, the state had changed the statute to say that the council members had to approve the amounts that we got from our CVIT and our FIT taxes that we get. They also have moved that to be done when we get our property taxes. So we're gonna get that here in a couple weeks. We didn't do a resolution last year. It was just kind of like you just had to approve and just say staying status quo. So I worked with Baker Tilly, and this year we are gonna stay status quo, but we need to make a resolution. So that's what you guys have before you. It's a combination the percentages fall in line with what we've done in the past, before me and even last year. So we're gonna stay status quo this year, and then we'll look going forward if we wanna do anything different. It's about $14,000 in total between the two of them. Some municipalities just putting it all in general fund, and then if something needs paid out of it, they just use that. So I'm just, again, staying in line with what we've done in the past. So there's two different resolutions. Resolution number 2026-11. It's to designate the allocations of the Financial Institution Tax Fund, which also is known as the FIT taxes.
I'll make a motion to approve resolution 2026-11 to allocate the monies from the FIT fund into the designated accounts.
I'll second it.
We've got a motion, you did resolution 11?
Yep, dash
Okay.
11.
We have a motion and a second for resolution number 2026-11. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed the same, so moved.
And then I have resolution 2026-12, and it's for the commercial vehicle excise tax or CVIT funds, and it's the exact same distribution amounts, just resolution.
I'll make the motion for resolution 2026-12 for the CVET distribution.
I'll second that.
We have a motion and a second to approve resolution number 2026-12. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed the same, so moved.
Thank you. That's all I have.
Thank you. And just to be clear, because I know we have an audience, all we're doing there is the same as what we've always done. We're just making a resolution
Correct.
so that it's documented.
Correct.
So nothing really has changed, just cleaning up some
Yep.
policies here, so,
Yep.
okay. Thank you.
Yep.
Mr. Wagner.
So, the Economic Development Commission is not the Redevelopment Commission. This is a separate body that it appears we convene maybe once a decade at best, whenever we have a non-utility bond issue. We need to get our members appointed to that body again, because we're about to do, in the relatively near future here, a non-utility bond issue related to the Trail of the Reading project. So basically that's a three-member body. And if I recall correctly, one member is appointed by the council. Actually, I should say, I believe the statute reads they're nominated, one by the council, another one selected by the executive, which would be Mr. Lehman in this case, and the third one is by the county council. Right now, the body only has two members. Dennis Belinsky, who I don't know if he kept his property here in Bremen. I thought he was spending most of his time in Florida. So my suggestion is that we make one appointment to replace him. The other existing member is Joe Stiles. We thought we would send him to the county council to be approved. It's not clear how those appointments, when they were made last. So at this point, if you have people in mind, we can discuss them. I think we need to get this done probably by the next meeting. My recommendation is that you make Mr. Frayne one of them. It seems like the type of job that the director could step into, and is just kind of perpetually a part of it. I don't want to make more meetings for Keith, but this is something that I think we'll just have a handful of meetings at best, and then it'll go dormant until the next time we need to dust it off. So that's one recommendation I have. If you guys want to take some time, I don't think we need to have it in place until the next meeting. But the sooner we get it going, the better off we are. So then we'll get with the county council to get Mr. Stiles' reappointment done.
So currently, we would be replacing Dennis, Mr. Belinsky, and then Joe would stay on, but he'd be the county's.
County's
And then
nomination.
if we go through with Mr. Frayne, and then we just needed one more that I would appoint, so we would have to come up with a name.
Yes. So I don't think it would be inappropriate to put somebody from the Redevelopment Commission on there. I think Mr. Belinsky got on there because he was on the Redevelopment Commission at the time. So if there was an RDC member who was willing to participate, and I haven't asked anybody else. Now, to be fair, Mr. Stiles is on the RDC right now, but I imagine that's how those members were typically picked in the past.
That might change too.
It could, so,
Okay. Okay. All right.
I have a question for Mr. Frayne. Are you good with this appointment?
Absolutely.
Okay. If nobody has any objections, I'll go ahead and make the motion that we vote on Mr. Frayne for this position.
I'll second it.
We have a motion and a second to approve Keith Frayne to the Economic Development Commission. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, same. So moved. So the council makes a recommendation, and then does somebody else approve it?
if I recall, when I looked at this, the appointments are actually all yours, other than the county one, so both are yours. So
Okay.
they make a recommendation to you, and you get one appointment. This is really a system that's designed for larger communities that have a mayor. And so essentially, the council puts forward who they want, and then the mayor could decide whether they want to put them forward.
So I didn't technically name, like if they recommend one, I approve it, and then I approve one myself.
Correct.
Do they have to be residents of the city, inside the city limits, or can they be?
From what I saw, I don't believe so.
Okay, so they can be on the outskirts of the town here.
Correct.
Okay. All right.
What about Democrat, Republican? Is there anything?
I did not see any restrictions. It was really wide open from what I read,
Okay.
so.
Alrighty. Anything else?
I want to talk about the door ordinance, if I can jump to
Yep.
old business, if that's okay. So we're still waiting on just some of the information for the exhibits. Like we just need the legal description, and then we have the map, and I think the map needs to be marked in a way that's not what the Sharpie Terra said. We have to mark the boundaries, and the whole point of this is you have to have those boundaries defined both on paper and then with signage so that people know where they would get in trouble, where they're allowed to do certain activities and where they're not allowed to do certain activities. So what I'm going to do is, we don't have that, but I'm going to circulate the draft ordinance among the owners. One of the other holdups is one of the folks we thought was going to be a part of it is on the fence and still thinking about it. So I told Tara that we'll just draw the map up, one version with their participation, one version without it, and then we'll roll with whichever way they choose, and we can always use it to add them back in later on if they choose to participate. So,
Do we have, because we're gonna need special cups,
Got all that?
all that's already
yeah,
here.
stickers and everything, like we are
Cups,
right on
stickers.
the verge of being able to do this. So my plan is, like, I want you to be voting on a first reading at the next meeting.
And then, so for our festivals, Latin Fest, Summer's End Fest, those cups would be used at, when we sell the beverages, the alcohol?
Yes, as long as we have the vendors entered correctly. Right now, the vendors, I only have 2. And I need to double check with Tara to make sure both of those are on there, because frankly, there was some conversation that there may only be one in that category, so.
So would the VFW be one that, I thought we talked about one that doesn't have to be a brick and mortar in that?
That's what I'm calling the vendor.
Okay.
So right now, I have, not to call anybody out, but I have the fire department as one, and I have the VFW as the second.
Okay.
But we had a meeting where there was some discussion, somehow it got communicated that maybe the VFW won't want to do it right now. And again, they could be added in later, so I'm not gonna hang up on that, but that's what's being discussed.
Okay,
So-
I'll follow up with you on that, because
So-
I think that there was just a lack of communication. I just talked to them this weekend. And
Perfect. Well, that's more recent contact.
Yeah.
So, but, you know, they're already on there, so if I can leave them on there,
Okay.
that's great. And the other thing is, they're on there, and if they choose not to do it ever, doesn't hurt anything.
It doesn't
Yeah,
hurt
it's
to be on
almost
there.
better
Doesn't
to
cost
be-
them anything, they don't have to file any
Exactly.
paperwork or anything like that, so it's.
Nope.
Okay,
So, yeah, so we're right on the cusp of having it ready to go.
okay, I'll follow up with them. All right, since we're already there, do we have any new business to address tonight? Okay, we'll go ahead and discuss the VC3 cybersecurity discussion. They were here last week. Have you guys all had an opportunity to review the proposal, and are you prepared to, I'll entertain a motion to move forward with VC3 if we so see fit.
I'll make the motion to move forward.
Second.
Okay, so we have a motion and a second to move forward with VC3 for a 1-year contract to protect the town from a cybersecurity standpoint. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed the same. So moved. And I did vote aye. I didn't say it, but I do vote aye. All right. Public comment. We've got Mr. McGrain. You're ready to go.
Thank you. This is a prepared statement.
Excuse me, Mr. McGrain, could you give your name and your address, please?
My name is Vern McGrain. My address is 4383rd Road, Bremen. Mr. Lehman had suggested that a petition in support of amending the Bremen zoning ordinance be circulated for signatures throughout the community. As of today, another 400 names have been added in support of changing this ordinance, which takes the total to 900 signatures that we have. These signatures demonstrate that there are those with a Bremen address both in town and out of town in the surrounding area that consider Bremen as their hometown. They have a strong connection to the town where they work, where they shop, where they school their children in our fine, outstanding school system. In other words, this is a town that these people care about, and we do care about it. So in looking at these petitions and having the 900 signatures, it's a way of saying, let's join together and let's continue to keep Bremen, just what the motto says on the sign, a good town. So I would like to submit to you, Mike, these signatures.
Thank you. And then to remind everyone, thank you for that. June 17th, I believe, is the Plan Commission meeting, which is where the new ordinance will be discussed and probably voted upon as a recommendation to send to the council. So that's an important date and meeting for everybody. Anybody else for public comment?
Do you want me to talk about the letter I gave you?
You sure can if you'd like to.
My name is Andrea Kuntz. I live at 137 Beechwood Drive here in Bremen. I got a request from Dr. Colby, who wanted to be here tonight to make his opinions known related to the signatures and the ordinances, which I'll also bring to the Plan Commission next time. Hopefully he can bring it himself. But instead of reading it to everybody, I made copies for the council.
And if so, if Dr. Colby is not there, we'll have this. I'll give this to our town clerk here, and we'll have it at the meeting for the zoning commission. the
Okay,
planning
thank
commission.
you.
Thank you. Any other public comment? All right then, Mr. Frame.
Just want to let you guys know, if you didn't get a chance to go to the ribbon cutting or the grand opening for the Bremen Village Shops, it's a huge success. I'm hearing great things for the whole weekend, vendors selling out, and the coffee shop had to make several runs to the store to get different items, but we just hope that it keeps on flourishing like this weekend was. Kent Kuntz said that the tractor show was a huge success, as usually is, and everything went over real well. The only other thing I have tonight, I have a CF1. It's a personal property one from Patrick Industries. It's at their plant at 833 Legner Street. And with the compliance form, they have an additional 37 employees for an additional $1.575 million in salaries, for a total of 65 employees and a total of $3,366,114 of salaries. But it sounds like they are complying quite well. But since this is for Patrick Industries, we figured we would have Mr. Daly sign versus Mr. Lehman. And I pass that down for Megan as well.
Mr. Lehman works for Patrick Industries and abstained from this vote originally, so to keep it clean, we'll let the vice president sign the CF1. All right.
That's all I have.
Thank you. Chief Stouter.
You have our reports from the commissioners meeting last Monday. There are a couple sheets that you'll see that I added, kind of monitoring the guys' activity a little different. Keeping track of park patrols, school patrols, downtown foot patrols in the evening hours, overnight hours, checking open doors, stuff like that. I'm having them keep track of that so you can kind of see what they're doing outside of just routine traffic patrol. The other thing I had is, as I'm going through the town ordinances for traffic regulations, one thing our dispatchers discussed, and they asked me to bring it up, was our golf cart registration. They didn't know if we could add something to that ordinance where there's a cutoff date. All it says is that you have to register it every year. It doesn't say by when, and we were hoping we could have like a cutoff date to kind of get people up there and get it done, so they're not coming in all the time. I don't know what that date would be, it'd be up to you. We talked about, you know, it's winter time, maybe the end of April before May 1st, something like that. If they've had the golf cart registered the prior year, they don't have to bring the golf cart out in case it's in storage. All they have to do is come up and get their registration sticker, as long as nothing has changed.
And the primary purpose, I think, one of the primary purposes for every year is to ensure that they're insured.
Yes.
I mean, that's our biggest.
Insured, if it's left abandoned or somebody gets one stolen, obviously we got that registration number, we can track it down. And obviously this wouldn't take effect until next year, it's just something I wanted to put out there for you guys to look at.
I'm not sure I understand what the issue is, though. So, you're saying,
There's no cutoff date, so like, you should have it. Is there, like right now it just says you have to register every year, but do you have to register by May 1st?
So you'll
By
have
April
guys coming
1st?
in August or September paying for their 2026 registration.
right, but if they're driving without their 2026 registration, I think that's where they get a ticket.
They would. And
So, I mean, I think the calendar dates is pretty indicative. Are you gonna use it in 2026? Then you need to register for 2026. Using it in July, you see what I'm saying?
No, I do.
I can clarify that, and the interesting thing is that the way that it was recodified, golf carts are in the same section as motorized bicycles, where we're gonna put the e-bike stuff, toy vehicles, and I was digging into that today, so we could just throw that, if we're gonna overhaul that section, I would tell you if there's anything else you want changed in there, go ahead and we'll load it all up. But we can do that, I'm gonna take a look at it, but to me, it seems like if you're driving it and you haven't registered for the year, that gets you a ticket. So,
Or a warning.
yeah.
we would rather get them registered by a certain amount of time. We don't want to write somebody a $100 ticket for a $10 ticket.
But what if somebody moves to Bremen in July and they
Well, 'cause
register,
that's
are they
a new
not
one that
allowed to
hasn't been
register?
registered yet. So they have to come up and do it immediately if they drive around with no registration on them. Or
Yeah.
if you want to give them a certain amount of time after establishing residency.
I think what I'm leaning towards, and you guys can tell me if you don't like the language on it or not, but if I need to make it say, you have to register it annually before X date, and I'm gonna set it at something like February. You know, essentially, if you're driving and you haven't registered it, I think you're fair game for a warning or a ticket. Full stop. So if you haven't registered in that calendar year, I don't know how that could be vague.
We were more along the lines of hoping to have a cutoff date to where our dispatchers, the majority, 99% of the people are gonna have them done by this date, and we don't have all these people still coming in and them keeping track of them and
Okay,
doing it.
yeah.
We can certainly put it on there if it helps, it helps.
We'll talk about it more, because
Yeah.
you're gonna frankly have to comment on all the other stuff I'm gonna wanna change too,
That's fine.
so, yeah.
That's all I have.
The e-bike, you wanna mention that?
Yes, e-bikes in, guys have been using it quite a bit, doing park patrols. I believe we had 3 day shift guys that are using it pretty regularly, a couple of the night shift guys. They not only enjoy it, but they've had great interactions with the community. People seem to be receiving it well, and I think it's great to get out there and interact with kids. And it's a lot easier. You drive around in a squad car, you know, you're going to come in contact with 100 times the people on a bike. So, yeah, it's going well.
Good stuff, thank you.
Do you want to talk about your one officer that pulled over a young man that blew through a stop sign? Are you aware of that?
On the e-bike?
Yeah.
Yes.
Go-
I
go-
mean, I that's all I know. I don't know anything.
Well, he was sitting at a stop sign behind a vehicle, and a scooter went flying by, blew the stop sign,
Yeah.
and he got out, lights and sirens on his bike, pulled the kid over. He was just sitting right there and blew right by the officer sitting on that bike. So, it works.
Henry,
Nothing, but you do have my report.
chief?
I want to thank all the town employees, council as well. Obviously, tomorrow starts our crazy week, so I want to thank them for all they've done to get us here and everything they're going to do going forward. So, thank you all.
Time, fair time.
Have a fun time.
Nate?
Nothing tonight.
Ryan?
The Clean and Sober event that was planned for later this month has been postponed to undetermined date at this point. So a variety of reasons kind of came up fairly last minute for them, and they're probably looking at a fall date now after everything's done over there. So that's no longer taking place at this time.
And that, what was the original date was supposed to be?
June 27th.
June 27th, okay, thank you. Matt?
Yeah, my report. I'm hoping by next board meeting to have quotes for, to reline some manholes in town. We're starting that process, all the brick manholes, and then also looking at replacing the ambulance or camera truck. It's on its last leg, so hopefully by next board meeting I'll have that information for you guys.
Do we still have an ambulance with Tri-County out here that we supply? And we went down to 1.5 or 1?
The contract is for 1.5, I don't think.
I thought we were gonna supply.
At one point, years ago, we did,
Okay.
we had one of the cots in the ambulance, and we went away from that at some point.
Okay.
So, am I right about that, Matt?
Correct.
Okay.
We don't have anything going.
I was just curious because maybe there was a swap situation, but are you planning on,
That's what we've done the last 3 times.
is
They give it, yeah.
go to Tri-County and get one of their old ones?
Well, it's one of the ones the town had or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Thank you. Austin? All right. I think that got everybody covered.
I'll make a motion to accept department head reports.
I'll second.
We've got a motion and a second to accept department head reports. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed, same. So moved. Dan?
All right, thanks. On the wastewater plant project, I forwarded you guys around, I think I missed a month, but I put together an updated construction update. You can see on there right now, we're at about 31% of the way through the contract timeline, and about 23% of the contract cost has been paid out to Thiemann. That'll continue to go up a little quicker as they get through this their struggles that they've been having with lagging and setting the piles at the inflow pump station. And once that concrete starts rolling, we'll start moving along significantly faster. You guys already took care of the pay app up at the top of the meeting. And next item here, last week I got a phone call from IFA, or got an email first from IFA, and the IFA, which heads up the SRF, released a draft project priority list for fiscal year 2027. So this is not the final one that would come out later on in the summer, but this is basically a, hey, we kind of scored things preliminarily and here's where things shook out. And the Town of Bremen project landed at number 4 and within the fundable range in the top 10. I held a phone call with Jen Pence, who heads up the SRF, last week, and kind of talked this through with her just to kind of get a better understanding of why we had such a huge jump. Because if you recall, previously on this project priority list, we've been kind of sitting pretty close to the bottom, or just a little up from the bottom. What they did is they made the decision to score the Town of Bremen project and the Lake of the Woods Regional Sewer District together. Since they are kind of intertwined, they scored them together as one project. It will not be financed that way. I had this confirmed with Jen. I said, just so we understand, we're not gonna have an issue, because we have, the Town of Bremen is owner of one project and the Lake of the Woods Regional Sewer District is the owner of the other. It's gonna have to be, would have to be two separate bond issues. Not a problem, shouldn't be an issue. So with that being said, we're gonna await the final PPL and see where it lands. Landing in the fundable range like this puts it in the realm of possibility that the town could receive forgivable band funds. I don't know what that would look like. I don't know what SRF would offer to you as far as forgivable band goes. But that'll be a conversation we'll have with IFA a little later on down the road. I should note this is for the funding of the Phase 2 project for the wastewater plant and the interceptor project. I think we requested something like 22.3 million or something, and that's the amount that they had listed as landing in the fundable range. So I'll kind of have a similar spiel here for Lake of the Woods RSD when I meet with them later on this month. They are getting their PPL updated. The cost total didn't include Bremen's number plus Lake of the Woods number. We're going to get that updated, but Jen said that shouldn't be an issue. So once this final PPL comes out, I think we're going to have some sort of coordination meeting between us and Baker Tilly and Thurber Brock, who's Lake of the Woods financial consultant, and kind of like shake out what this would look like. Because realistically, we'd be looking at closing on both projects at the same time, presumably in March of 2027, and moving forward from there. So as we get a little further into the summer and those numbers kind of get better ironed out, we'll set something up. But that's kind of what we're looking at. Really, really good news out of IFA. That'll hopefully allow us to take advantage of IFA SRF's interest rates and not have to go to the go back to the rural water financing, or even the pool program for that matter. You get better rates through their fundable range than you would anywhere else. So, do you guys have any questions about any of that? Okay. Other than that, just a couple of small updates on things. I should note, probably the most noteworthy one here is Stock Street. We've finalized those stamp plans and sent them back to the contractor to have them repriced. All permits are signed and have been submitted, so we're awaiting comments on those. That's about all I got.
Awesome, thank you. Town council comments.
Nothing tonight, thank you.
Nothing for me.
Nothing.
I got some stuff, probably a lot. I was just sitting here thinking, we have a lot going on, and we've had a lot going on. And now that we're publicized, or on the internet and stuff like that, hopefully some people are starting to check in. But I just wrote down some things. In the past, we just did the aquatic center down at the park. We've done the kayak launch. We've done Jackson Street project. We've been going on with the facade program downtown. Recently, the village shops down here. From events, we've got, backing up, the Lutheran church over here is now the community center. We got the old Senif is the arts collective down there. We've got historic Bremen Downtown Museum. Lots of newer businesses coming to town. The festivals that we have, we've got the Fireman's Festival. We've got the Latin Fest. We've got the Summer's End, the Oktoberfest. There's just a lot of stuff going on. And it's exciting to see what can happen when people kind of come together. But I can tell you there's a lot of the stuff that's going on that there's a lot of the same people that keep doing it. The old adage is 90% of the work is done by 10% of the people. And so when you see these petition that's coming in here for, you know, a great cause, and you get 900 signatures, it just is encouraging that how many people are, you know, willing to step up and do something for their community. And I would say there's something coming up, and it made me think of, you know, I was going to ask the question, but I thought I'd just bring it up as a side note. But, you know, the standpipe here, the old water tower in town, is in need of major repair, about $500,000 worth of repair, and it's something that we don't want to lose. And so, at some point, we're looking for different grants. We're really, you know, but we're hitting maybe 75 grand here or 100 grand there. Not enough to add up to the 500,000. So at some point, it'd be kind of cool maybe if we put something together as a town. And it's something that I don't really want to head up. I'm just kind of throwing it out there. If somebody has a heart and a passion for that standpipe, I mean, it's on all of our literature and everything else. I mean, it's a worthy cause. So, but there's just a lot of stuff going on in Bremen, and you know, a good town is our slogan. But I mean, we've always joked to change that someday to a great town, and I don't see why we don't. But maybe somebody wants to take up that cause too. But it's pretty cool. It's an honor to be up here and to serve the community, and along with all of the people up here, the town employees, and it's great, and it's exciting times for Bremen, Indiana. So thank you to everybody that has something to do with what makes us great. So just appreciate it. So looking forward to the big parade tomorrow, and we'll have some fun time, fair time.
Standpipe's going to be in the parade tomorrow.
There you go. There you go.
Keep your eyes open.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll entertain a motion for adjournment.
Motion for adjournment. Second.
We got a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. So moved. Good town with great people. There you go. That's going to be our new slogan.
Okay, perfect. Yeah. We were outside all day Saturday.
Thank you. There's your pen.
She was open yesterday, and she almost put her on the lady where to go.
That's letters. Okay. And then that's the letter from